Good afternoon. This is an afternoon edition of Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement. Come on in. Got a few minutes. Want to share with you. Prayerfully, all is well. I know for those of you on the East Coast, it's 2:00. So that might not be a great hour for you to be here. But for those of you who are still at lunch on Central Time, it's 1:00. Come on in. Share some moments with us for just a few moments. Good to see a couple of you coming on in. Why don't you let me know you're here? That would be good so that I can see you. Good afternoon, Lady Clarice. All right. There are at least 3 of you. When we get to 5, I'm going to go on in because I want you to, good afternoon, my joy. I'm so used to seeing y'all in the morning that I don't even know how to act in the afternoon. So just happy to have those of you who are here. And hello. It's a good time for my West Coast folks. Hey, fam. Hey, Pam. Glad to have you here. Y'all see, I just got all excited. That's my Amy. Anyway, my other Amy should be here too. She's been getting here on my on the time, but I think I messed her up today because I changed times. But anyway, hopefully we will be able to share with one another for just a few minutes. Hey, Alla. Well, you all have given me my 5, so let me move in and welcome to a midday installment episode of Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement, #veeencouraged. And today, I want to talk about pushing back. And I don't mean push back like pushing back inside of you. I mean, no, push back the naysayers, push back all those people, all those folk who tell you what you cannot do. Push back. We say now, people say that people clap back at you. I'm not advocating for us to clap back at people because there's something that's not so nice about that. There's something that's not so Christian-like about the clap back sometimes. But pushing back is very Jesus. Jesus pushed back. People would come to him with stuff and Jesus would say, I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. I'm pushing back on that. I'm pushing back so I can move over here. And we've got to learn what it means to push back the stuff that is holding us in a place where we can't move out to where we need to be. Next level comes from knowing what to embrace and what to push back. Next level comes from knowing what to embrace and what to push back. And sometimes that pushback is people. Sometimes that pushback is situations. Sometimes that pushback is relationships, all kinds of things that sometimes need a pushback. And yes, sometimes the pushback is in us. That we've got to push back against that thought, push back against that word, push back against that concept that we're allowing to put us in a vice grip so that we can't move forward. For some of us, it's fear. For some of us, it's a rewind. For some of us, it's just not surrounding yourself with some next level people. This is one thing that I found. I'm not, and again, I'm not advocating discarding people out of your life unless they're toxic and they need to be discarded or they need to be put in a compartment so that they are not toxic in your life. They're just over there being toxic. Sometimes we got to push back on that too. But what I'm saying is that there are times when you are moving to another level that if the only people you are around are people who were on the last level, you don't have any incentive to press toward the next level. You know, yes, Philippians 3 12 through 14 reminds us that we have to press toward the mark, and that's good. And I'm all for pressing, but sometimes we try to press while we're holding on to people and things and situations and stuff that need a push back, let me go, so that I can move in that place where I know I am absolutely confident that God has assigned me to. I'm not talking about our egos. I'm not talking about us trying to make us look good. I'm talking about when you know that there's an assignment, there is an appointment on your life, that you don't allow our sometimes sentimentalness to keep us in a place that doesn't allow us to move forward. And often that is because we are connected to people and situations and things that give us comfort, but they're not giving us a springboard, a catalyst to move forward. They don't have that mindset. Again, I'm not telling you to discard people. I'm telling you to put things in perspective and know that sometimes you have to have some pushback on some situations so that you can level up, you can move forward, you can go to that place that you've been called to be. Because this is the problem. People will say to you, oh, you just think you this or you just think you're that. Don't listen to that. That's a prime example of a time to push back. Push back on that. It's not that you think it. Actually, it's that they think it. But it's okay. And we're not going to even deal with that. What you're going to do is push back on that, not let that infiltrate your mind, not let that infiltrate your heart, and you're going to press forward. You're going to move forward, knowing that if you have been assigned something, that assignment is yours and yours alone. And if you don't walk in that assignment, then that assignment goes undone. And if God asked you, if God placed you in that assignment and you don't go, now you're being disobedient. Now you're being disrespectful because you were afraid to push back and move forward. We all have things we got to work on, things that we're not doing that are our best. And we got places to work on that. But you cannot continue to be in the place where what you know needs to be worked on is great to somebody who's in your circle. That becomes a problem, because then you just stay there because it's the place of affirmation, but it's affirming you to mediocrity. Oh, did I say it? If what is affirming you in mediocrity, then you know that's a pushback moment. Not because you don't love them, not because they don't love you, but if you don't push that back, then you do not move forward. So that's my encouragement for us today. Push back those things that hold us back so that we can move forward. And when we move forward, knowing that it is our assignment, knowing that it is what God has assigned to our lives, appointed for our lives to do, then Luke 1:37 becomes an important mantra for our lives, that there is nothing impossible with God. Nothing is impossible. If God assigned it, if God appointed it, if God gave vision for it, and God will give provision for it, and go forward. Move forward. Might be baby steps. Everything isn't a quantum leap. Don't think that just because it says next level that it means that you're going up a whole floor. Sometimes it's a step. Sometimes the next level is just getting to the next landing and knowing how long you're supposed to be there before you continue to progress to the next set of stairs that take you to the next landing. But when we stay stuck right there because it's comfortable, because we've gotten used to it, because we feel like we've come through enough, then we end up finding ourselves crowded on a landing when God has clearly told us to move forward. So listen, push back, move forward, trust that wherever God is leading you, that God God has provided everything you need for that next level. For with God, nothing is impossible, including what you can't even see yet. Just keep moving, and God will reveal and open and show you. You just make sure that, one, you're listening, one, that you're in tune, one, that you're trying to be aligned with what God is saying to you. It means, time in your word, time with God, time when you are in meditation and in solitude. That's kind of the new word for me, is that there's some time of solitude. And then know that wherever God is asking you to go, whoever God is surrounding you with, that may not be your normal people, that may make you feel a little uncomfortable and a little uneasy and even a little intimidated. You've been placed in that circle for a purpose. Know what that purpose is, and then walk in it. Because you'd be surprised how many people feel the same way about you. So go forth. May heaven smile on you. Please, please, please learn what it means to push back so you can move forward. Know that, yes, you can, because with God, nothing is impossible. And be encouraged. God bless you. See you soon.